Hi everybody, Colin here from Colin's Engage. Sorry I've not put a video up yet again. I've been busy, just time flies. I have been doing some work in here, doing a bit of scenery, and I've been working on a loco, putting sound in, waiting for the decoder to come, so I could just show you the end product. It's not completely finished because it's an 800 set of 5, but I'm going to make it into 2 sets of 5 because these trains either run in 5s, 9s or 2 5s, and I fancy doing it in 2 5s. So the second one is on its way, but not here yet. Won't be long, and then I'll have to get speakers and lights, a sound decoder and speaker and lights. So I'm just going to show you that loco, the sounds with it. I got a few bits at the Engage exhibition in September. Quite enjoyed that. Possibly not as good because they made it as safe as possible for the COVID reasons, and they did a good job. Can't fault it. Very well done. So right, enjoyed that. I actually went to the Leeds Model Railway exhibition last Sunday, and that was good as well. Not as big, but it was still very good. So I'm just going to run through what I've done with the scenery, the 800, the new train, some wagons, and I hope you enjoy. So let's get on with the video. So this is where I've been doing a bit of scenery. We've done the trees ourselves. I've ballasted that bit of track now. Now I was going to put trees here, but why I haven't is because, not forgetting, I have a cassette system what goes from there right across and sits on top of that, so there can be no trees in that line. I could put maybe a short one in. The other thing I've done is I put a barra crossing in. There's a man waiting to cross. I've put the cable in now right to that signal box. Man working on there. There is a man just near the door. Come downstairs. They've been doing some work on it. And that is the wiring which you've seen in the past. I've only put ballast, as you can see, up to about halfway across that crossing because I need to put more sleepers in, and I put the path down for the men to walk because they'll get to that signal coming from the diesel yard area. So that's that for now. Quite enjoyed doing it. Made a change, doing a bit of ballasting, a bit of footpath. The footpath is the same as doing the ballasting, but continuing the actual trunking and stuff like that. So that's what I've been up to in that area. Since the last video, I've also continued the ballasting down here and across. I have put some trunking in there. I put a motor onto this point which wasn't actually in, so now, excuse for about the movement, that has the switch and everything's working there. So, and then put some greenery down, and I've put some greenery under there and along the wall and up there. So I've been busy. It's been quite hectic though, doing other things, and it's been very enjoyable doing, just coming here for what time I could and doing some more ballasting, like I said. What I've got to do is extend that trunking all the way down to where that orange wire is and get across there, and then there's an orange wire just in there what goes underneath the track. So, and then it will continue the trunking to the tunnel to feed the points over there. But otherwise, very pleased, very pleased. Right, so the 800 in question is this one, coming into view. And the one thing you'll notice, it's got lights, and I have put some people in some of the coaches, not all of them yet. Now this coach has the lights in, but it's slightly different. I'll just tell you what it is. I haven't put people in that end yet. Now I don't know if we're going to be able to see this. From here, I'll just try and move it into a better position. Now if you see under there, if you look, the light is stronger than that end, at that end, than it is at that. And if you look at that one, it's lights all the way down, which I think looks better than that. Now I'll just get the piece of plastic out they send. Right, in the packet, which that's the packet, that's the number you need to fit these 800s, and they will do other engines, they do. You get 6 of everything. Now, as you know, you only get 5 in a unit, in a set. So you end up with 1 spare. So if you get enough, you'll get a free set for nothing. They're not that dear, but it all adds up. You get 6 of them, which is the bit what shines the light. Now, as you can see at this end, the white bit is wider to take that end where the light is generated in this unit. Now, as you can see on that, sorry about it not focusing there, we tested this one by putting a soft light on the end, and there the little bits you clip on. Now I personally like white light, maybe older coaches I may have softer ones, but for the modern day I prefer the actual white light. You get 12 of these, little piece of metal, and they hook in. Come on, they have that hook. And I will take the tops off 2 of these to show you how it actually works. Just as a matter of interest, with the sound has to go in the actual motor unit, and that is the motor unit. And I've actually put the speaker behind that red panel there because there's no room anywhere else. So I took some seats out and then sat it on the plastic bottom, and the wires run along the floor to the speaker. Now I used a Lock Sound 5 decoder, Lock Sound 5 decoder. It comes with the speaker already wired up, and all you have to do is clip the decoder, sound decoder, as you would a DCC decoder in these. Now I did a video, if you want to go back and watch it, from about 4 videos ago, and it's really easy to clip them in, and then there is a gap. They've already allowed for it, for the wires to come up from the bottom part up there without the actual outside casing, the body, touching the wires. They put a groove in ready, and then I've run there. If you don't want the wires to go along there, you can cut them short, resolder them on, and you could have the speaker showing. But personally, I like it there, and I don't even know if we can get to see it, but that little dark bit is a speaker. I don't know even if that, again, that black bit there is the speaker. So that's where the sound is, and I'll just show you how the lights clip on these two to show you the difference. So this copper, what I showed you there, is attached to the copper what runs the full length of the unit from the track wheels, which sends power up to the lights, or in this case the engine, which is in that bit, the motor. So you can use what they send, but personally I prefer the other. And when you do look up, I don't know if we can get it on this one, it looks like there's little downlighters in them, and I just think that's great. I think that looks really good. I haven't been in one yet to know what kind of lighting it is, but I just think that looks a lot better, and it's evenly spread out the length of the coach where that one stops. Now for this end one, because it's only got 3 windows, what comes with it is only short. But for this, using theirs, there are some lines on it, and you can just break them off at whatever length you would want. So say for that coach it would probably broken off at maybe that point. I don't know because I didn't use them. If you do use these, there's a little rebate in here that goes to the top, that way up, for the curve of the top of that. They just slide in, like I said, them units. Those are the ones what just slide in there. It gets a pickup. Now, if you do get one what's a bit touchy, that it's not just making a connection to that upright, which you can see there, just put a piece of card behind those red plastic lugs and the white metal, and it just pushes it over, pushes it that way, wherever it pushes it that way and makes a better connection to them. And otherwise from that, they're really easy to fit. It's good, really. I quite like them. So you end up with some of these spare, of course. You don't use them, and like I say, you get 6 sets, so you end up with 1 spare of everything anyway. So I will change that unit now you've seen it. I will put this in, and then just one thing with these, if we can focus in here, there's some holes through the plastic. At one end they say 1mm, and at the other end they're round. These are square at this end, so they have to go on a certain way because they sit on those lugs there, and at the top the square, and at this end what they sit on, you can just maybe see the plastic going through the clear perspex bit. They're round, so you have to get them the right way round. Excuse me, just as a matter of interest, where the motor sits, with either unit, with speakers, if you've seen them, they have, where the wires join on, they sometimes stick up. You have to just take a piece of the plastic out, a little slot in the side here, so it sits down dead flat, because if it doesn't sit down low enough, it doesn't take the light from the white unit there. From that bit, it just goes underneath. So, and then your top won't fit on right. So you just cut a little slot. It doesn't affect the light, because as you see, I've done that in there, and they're all the way along. You can even see the network rail right the way through. But I do have to put more people in, and I will do that eventually. If you haven't noticed, for the sound to come out, the ends of all the wagons, all the coaches, there's no door on, because they sit that close. You can't see it anyway, and the sound comes out of there. Brilliant. Again, I don't know if they've thought of that or what, but they've done it on all the coaches anyway. There's no doors on. Why put them on if they're not needed, I suppose? You're never going to have them running with an open end. So that is how you do the lights, but I'll just put that one on and show you. And that's it. It's easy as that. Right, some of the sounds. Now, this train runs, it's a bio train, So it has electric and diesel. When you press the start up, which is F1, it always starts in electric. If you start it when this shuts down, in diesel, in this case you press F8 and then you press F1 and then it just runs in one or the other. And shut down. So started in electric again. Has high and low horns. Passenger doors opening. I've just done it again because the first bit you heard was the doors opening, and when you press the button again to turn the light off, it's them closing. Brake, release, dumping, whatever it wants to be. Driver's door. Compressor. The flange, which won't work unless it's moving, which then that's the guard to driver right away signal, dispatch signal, whistle, wrong one, and a little toot at the end. That one's not, F12 is not used. Right. Next sound, which is the sander. Automatic uncoupling nose door opening, that's that very front bit. We have a announcement.
Please do not leave unattended items of luggage on the train or at the station.
It's a very useless bit of information. Where would you want to leave it? Windscreen wiper. Just Creepy rubber. And then you've got for when workers are on the track. That must be for when it's moving, it's the detectors. So that one works when it's moving. But just moving away when it's in electric. And you can just press A when it's going, and the electric eventually just turns off because it knows it's not needed anymore. And moving off with the diesel engine. And that's it. And I'm very happy with that. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get another set and attach it to the back here. I'm going to take the light DCC chip out of that end and put it on the other end, so there's a white light for going forward or red at that end. These lights don't come on, and the one at the other end will be white or red, and I'll put sound in that as well. So that's my plan. Well, I've been to the N-Gage exhibition today. I went on Sunday and these were bought for me. Very nice indeed. Another thing I got from the N-Gage exhibition was a sound biffer. And I'll just show you the sounds. It moving a little bit. It does have lights each end. I don't actually put the lights on in the video with the sound. Very pleased with the sound. It sounds excellent. Moves very well, as you know, perfect as well. So I don't explain what the noises are. If you want to know, I can do another video if you let me know, and I'll just go through the sounds of it. So I got that. I got some other bits and pieces. Just can't put my finger on what else I got. Still again. Oh, I got some Atlas engines, American style. You'll see them in the future. They were a good bargain. So that and the wagons have done very well, really, and those Atlas trains. Well, I hope that was useful. I enjoyed doing it, learned some stuff, some new bits. So I looking forward to the second bit coming and joining them together. I think that's going to look ace. And the sound is marvellous. I love electric sound. Locos, got right into it since we got the Pendolino. So, you know, looking forward to getting more eventually. Electric trains. Look after yourselves. Thank you to the new people who have subscribed. I've got a good 20 at least since the last video. Thank you very much indeed. Anybody who's just seen us for the first time, thanks for stopping by and having a look. If you like what you see, leave a comment, hit the bell, and you have to hit the black one at the top so you'll see when I put a video on again in the future. But do please leave a comment. I love reading them, and it's also a way of catching up. Any questions to ask in the comment. I also have a Facebook and Twitter, Collins Engage again, same, spelt the same. So I will see you next time, and thank you very much for stopping by. Bye.